It is 9 o'clock on September 9th, 2025. And yes, this is my second video of the day because Hood Summit just finished. I am now up over 2% on the day, mostly because of the Robinhood reaction. So my new year to date is now 113%. Year over year is 250. And of course, all time is 426 and a half. But let's take a look at Robinhood. I am now at 181K on my Robinhood position. If we take a look at the percentage, it is up over 3% right now. And obviously, most of this is due to Hood Summit, all of the announcements that we're going to be going over. By the way, I did cover all of the announcements on my X if any of you guys want to follow me. But the main reason why I wanted to post this video instead of waiting until tomorrow is because there was actually a decent amount for me to say and talk about. So the first thing that they announced, I believe, were multiple individual accounts. This is a good thing, obviously. I haven't tested it out yet. I do think it is available for me. And I don't know if I'm going to test it out just yet. Maybe in the future if I deposit some more money, or maybe let's say I liquidate a big chunk of my Robinhood position, so I have a lot of cash that I can set aside in that account to where it can earn some interest potentially. So I will give you guys like an actual in-depth review of my experience when I actually test it out. But they also announced simulated returns on Legend, and they announced a bunch of stuff coming to Legend, but honestly, I don't really use it, and a lot of this I thought was already on there. Just because of how, I guess, simple they are. They're basically, it's features that you would already expect Legend to have, like simulated returns, but it is what it is. Overnight index options also got announced. I think that is interesting. So basically, it's going to be a little bit more like futures, where futures, it's almost 24/7, almost. So I imagine overnight index options will also play a part. We also have custom indicators and scans, which is very interesting. I have been talking about custom indicators for a very long time now. I've also shown you guys my personal custom indicator that I created with, I believe, ChatGPT. So I basically did what Robinhood is releasing right now, which is you're talking to an AI, the AI creates the indicator for you, which is exactly what I did with ChatGPT, but now you're going to have it on the Robinhood platform. So I do think that's pretty interesting, but honestly, it's nothing too special for me because, like I said, I've already created my own and I already know how to create my own with ChatGPT and TradingView. So for me, it wasn't like a huge thing, but I think for most people that don't know or they're just not aware that they already can do that with TradingView and ChatGPT, it's going to make it a lot easier for them now. And Robinhood Social, I'm not going to lie to you. At first, when I heard Robinhood Social was coming, I was a little bit disappointed because I really thought that dividend tracking was going to be announced at this year's event, but then they announced Robinhood Social, so I was like, okay, they're not really, they haven't even, from what it seems like, they haven't even started working on the dividend tracker, but they already finished up Robinhood Social, so I was kind of a bit disappointed by that. But then as they explained it a little bit more, I was like, okay, this is actually kind of interesting. So once Robinhood Social is fully rolled out, it'll basically be its own social media platform, and you guys will be able to follow me in real time. So instead of waiting for these videos to be uploaded, and then there's like that huge delay in time for you guys to actually see my trades when I update you guys on my transaction history, you'll immediately be able to see it on Robinhood Social. So I do think it is kind of interesting. And I could see myself using it just for you guys so you can see in real time what I'm doing instead of waiting for me to upload a video and then going through with it that way. But I am kind of interested to see how that's going to be monetized, if they even choose to. Maybe they'll just keep it ad-free forever, but it kind of makes me wonder how many people will actually adopt it if there isn't too much of an incentive, right? So most likely I will end up using it just for you guys and to possibly be one of the like top accounts on Robinhood Social. I think that'd be really cool, even though most likely you're not really going to make any money off of it. And the reach is very low, I would imagine, because X, formerly known as Twitter, already has its own financial community, and also Reddit, of course. So I don't know how many of those people will switch over to Robinhood Social, but it is what it is. And then they announced futures on Legend. I thought futures were already on Legend, but whatever. Universal Ladder, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be using that too much. And then they announced short selling, something that people have been asking for a very long time. So it is good to see short selling is finally here. I'm kind of curious on how it would work on a position I already own. So for example, if I can short sell some Robinhood shares without giving up my equity balance, that might be something that interests me, but we'll see what I do with short selling. I don't really like short selling because the gains are limited. So upside is limited, but downside is unlimited, because theoretically things can go up. There's no ceiling to how much things can go up, but there is a floor for how much things can go down, assuming there's no leverage, right? So your gains are capped, but your losses are not. So I don't really like short selling, but I might be interested in it just to test it out for you guys. And then, of course, they asked the audience which product they would like to see next based on votes. So we had Legend hotkeys. I don't really use Legend, so I can't really speak on that. We have portfolio comparisons. I don't really, that doesn't even sound exciting to me. We have advanced order types. I mean, I like to keep it simple, so I don't really see myself doing anything crazy. But number one, of course, with 57% of the votes is dividend tracker. And if any of you guys remember, in one of my previous videos, I don't remember when I posted it, but I did post about a dividend calendar. So if we switch over to my X, you'll see that on 6/23/2025, I did post about a dividend calendar, or a calendar in general for Robinhood, that shows our estimated monthly and annual dividends, some option expiration dates, upcoming earnings, at your gold card payment due date, any dates in general that are of any relevance to your account. I think would be very interesting to put it on a Robinhood calendar on the app, and the calendar will also act as a dividend tracker. So hopefully somebody at Robinhood sees my post, or just sees this video in general. Highly doubt it, but if any of you guys at Robinhood are somehow seeing this, a dividend calendar I think would be very interesting. But overall, I think the event was decent. Nothing too exciting, partly because I already know most of these features. It's going to take a long time before Robinhood even drops it, because keep in mind, most people are still waiting on the gold card, which was announced last year. So I mean, obviously some of these are probably going to release immediately. I would imagine Robinhood Social would be one of the first ones that come out. But other than Robinhood Social, honestly, I'm not really too excited. Maybe if I was invited to Hood Summit this year, my opinion would be different. Just kidding. But in terms of the stock, like I said, 125, it looks like we're going to see that already. And now that we're near 125, possibly could see 150, but I think we're starting to get into some pretty overly bought levels on Robinhood. It's not too overvalued. Like I said, at $100 a share, it is about a 5% free cash flow yield, so that's fairly valued. It's not as overvalued as Palantir. So if it has a Palantir moment, sky is the limit. We could see 200 on Robinhood. But yeah, most likely as we cross 125, get closer to 150 or whatnot, 170, I will be going a lot heavier into covered calls. Or if it is possible to short sell some Robinhood stock without touching my equity balance, I might be interested in that as well.